beauties, it's that time of the week again when I talk about new makeup that has released or has sneak peeked, and I am going to try to talk myself out of buying anything and also talk you out of buying anything. We don't need any of these. We can dupe them, or we already have a dupe of them in our collection, I can guarantee you. If that sounds good and you enjoy these kinds of videos, give this video a thumbs up and let's get started. Okay friends, I have some coffee here. For this video, I thought about using something from Blend Bunny, which is actually the palette that I've used least from Blend Bunny. This one, Sickly Sweet. This is a beautiful sort of pastel-y palette. If you all know me, you know I don't use pastels very much, but these colors are great for this time of the year. So I thought, hey, why not? There are a lot of sales happening right now. Off the top of my head, I know Tera Moons. They, in fact, are even having a Mother's Day sale today, but I think they've had the sale in the past few days because I even looked on the website and I made the decision to not pick anything up, but it's a buy two, get one free for their shimmers and duochromes and mattes and highlighters. I'm guessing that includes multichrome shades as well, and with the code MOMLOVE for Mother's Day, you can get that deal. And also, beauties, I am wearing, what is the name of this one? This is Synesthesia from Cleona. This is a beautiful magnetic one that goes, oh, honestly, all kinds of colors. I think you can see sort of the shifts. And let me quickly also show you. Yeah, so showing you my nails. I don't think you can see the green shift as well. Another brand that is having a sale is Luxie, and as if their stuff wasn't already super economical, they are now, I think they've put all of their inventory on sale for $1.50. So if you have been waiting on picking something up, I think what's happening with Luxie, based on what was on their website, was that they have been hand producing their shades and they're now planning on mass producing them, which is not something I'm super happy about. What I like about indie makeup is to actually use the hand produced shades. I feel like there was another sale. Oh yes, there is. Beauty's Mooncat with the code Luna. The code is on their website, so if you've been waiting on Mooncat to have a sale, just go to their website. But with that code, you can get 20% off, and I have a feeling I'm gonna buy something. This is gonna be my first purchase from Mooncat, and I'm kind of excited about it. Another one was Diaverin. I know they're having a sale before they drop their next collection, so that's also another one. Bloomstruck from CXC Labs. And I've told you all about the fact that I don't really like plastic packaging and also gigantic palettes. And this palette has both of those things. Plastic packaging this large particularly is just not going to hold up like that for too long. And just FYI, this is not a full reveal. It's not going to have the great all gray shades. This is going to be revealed tomorrow. There is another brand that is introducing something new, Mad Witch Cosmetics. This is the first release. Okay, I'm always excited about hearing about new brands. This is going to have 12 pans, 6 duochromes, 6 mattes. Now, this one looks like it is going to have all of those gray shades. The color Destiny and Opportunity look too close to me. So $50, not for me. You can get a code and get 10% off. This is releasing on the 17th. I can dupe this palette with my eyes closed, so not for me, but I'm always excited to hear about new brands. This matte lipstick collection is releasing from Juvias. And you know, I have some lipstick samplers. They're not so small. I've used them in this channel, but I have some that I bought. I shouldn't call them samplers. They're like a smaller size that I purchased when they were having bundle packages during the holidays. I don't think they were matte. I think this is a whole new formula. Yeah, because it's saying brand new matte liquid lipstick collection, although I'm not sure. I like Juvia's Place's lip stuff, so I'm excited about this. Although $15 a piece, no. These kinds of things I always wait on a sale to purchase. Also wait on a bundle deal, because I would never go through a full lipstick. I mean, you guys have seen how many lip stuff I have. Okay, let me get started. I am going to use Painterly from MAC to prime my eyes, and while I'm doing this, I want to talk about this new reveal. I mean, it hasn't been a full reveal, but sort of a partial reveal from Nomad that they're expanding their travel set collection. They're releasing this on May 21st. And that's how Nomad works. Like, they will reveal the day before release, kind of, and they start talking about it like 10 days ahead. It seems like they're releasing two things, something in May and something in June. And their May release is delayed, and it's related to this whole travel series that they released I think it was last May that they released this. I'm curious to see what it is, but what they released last year in this travel series was neutral. It was not very exciting, but you know, it's always exciting to see what they have. They're going to have the guessing game start, as they always do, sometime next week. So that's exciting. I'm curious to play, but I don't think I'm going to pick anything up. Melt is releasing liquid eyeshadows and eyeshadow bases. I haven't really had a whole lot of luck with Melt, but I've also not used a lot of their stuff. But because I haven't had a whole lot of luck, I'm not going to go buy something new. Wicked Widow is releasing this brush set as part of their The Crow collection. I don't know if they've revealed the whole thing. They've revealed these lipsticks, which are beautiful, both the artwork on them as well as just the color of the lipsticks. I could see myself use that gray one, not the one that's next to the black, but the other one that is kind of bluish gray. Oh, that's nice. The issue with these kinds of lipsticks is I usually wear them in the fall. Like, I wouldn't wear a lipstick this color this time of the year. Maybe I should, but I don't, which is part of the reason why I just don't gravitate towards them this time of the year. Like, if this would have come out in, I don't know, September, I'll be like, yeah, that's a great thing. And also they've revealed this highlighter duo, which is also pretty. This is something I could totally use on my eyes, but it's $33 for 2 shades. That's a lot. It's pretty though. Wicked Widow is a brand I like to try. I have a feeling there's going to be a palette in this collection, although they haven't revealed it, and I'm looking forward to that. I have to say though, we're overdoing it on all of these collabs. Glamlight having done literally a collab with any scary movie that I can name. Oh, they still haven't done Saw, and they also haven't done The Ring. Yeah, but they've done all the other ones. And then now we have this, I don't even know, I'm not a scary movie person, so I just know names. I don't know The Crow, but it looks like it's a scary movie. Yeah, I'm a little bit through with this whole collab, but the makeup is pretty. I'm not picking anything up. Too much on that, let's continue. Winggos is having a new ultra soft synthetic fiber brush collection. I'm not on the market for brushes, and Winggos brushes are just way over my budget. I feel like I need to spend some money even just looking at this photo, so I'm moving on. I have enough brushes. I also recently picked up a few from Refer. I'm good on brushes. I don't need any more. Continuing. Actually, let me start on my look. And for this one, I'm just going to use my Singe brushes. One thing I noticed when I bought this palette is that some of these colors are very unique. I don't see them very frequently in other palettes. Let's go into this blue pout. And I'm just doing my crease with this one. And then I'm gonna use E05 into the same color and do my lower lash line. Continue. Notoriously Morbid is dropping a few things. What are these? Epoxy Tonic Mixing Liquid working with mattes and shimmers. Everlasting Gobstopper Setting Spray. And making its debut as part of our Spellcast beauty line in a felt tip liner in the shade Obsidian. More colors to come. Okay, so these are a few things I've had in the past and they're returning. I'm not in the market, but if you were waiting on some of these, this is your chance. Is the Epoxy Tonic something that you would mix with the Flakies? if any of you know, because I think I've mentioned in this channel in the past that I don't really know how to use flakies. So if you know, write in the comments below. Or maybe it's something you use with loose pigments. Y'all remember I talked about Egyptian Queen releasing from What's Up Beauty? So now they've revealed this. I don't know if this is the whole collection or just some items from the collection, but these lipsticks look legit. I mean, look at the artwork on them. It's not called embossing, right? What is it if it's on a lipstick? Well, whatever the name is, it looks very nice. A friend of mine bought me a lipstick that has artwork like this on it, and I still haven't been able to bring myself to use it because it looks like a work of art. It looks beautiful. Anyway, these are already available, and the liquid liner looks multichrome. It looks like it's going from blue to gold. So that's pretty also. All of these are pretty, but I don't use these enough to make it worth $23 a lipstick. No. And I've mentioned to you all, and I know it looks like a work of art, but once you start using it, it's no longer going to look like that. Kylie Cosmetics is releasing lip glosses. Moving on. I have zero interest in Kylie. What's with this one? Is this a different color from the one that released some months ago? I remember I've talked about this, and I talked about it quite a while ago, like maybe January, if not earlier. This seems to be in chestnut, so maybe it's because this is brown that it's news, but it's available if you are interested. Tom Ford is releasing 3 new scents for their body spray line. Now, I don't think any of these scents are new. I think these scents existed in their perfume line. I think they have now moved to their body spray line, and that is news. And I really like their whole cherry. I don't think it was the lost cherry that I like. I think it was smoked cherry that I really liked. But it's like $400. So no, I usually buy these kinds of stuff in the duty free, but even in the duty free, it's ridiculously expensive. So maybe one day when I win the lottery, but not today. Denise Myrix is releasing a ridiculously expensive brush set. That's $450. $450, friends. Who has that kind of money for brushes? I don't. Okay, let's use a little bit of NYX. And this is going to go all over my lid. And now I'm going to go into this color, Big Feeling, which is a beautiful duochrome purple to blue. And this is going to go all across. The quality of this palette is so good. It almost makes me want to buy the last 2 palettes from Blend Bunnies. Okay, I'm now using E01. I'm going to dab this into Spooky. I'm going to diffuse the color a little bit on my hand. And I'm going to deepen out my lower lash line a little bit. Continuing, let's talk about ColourPop that's collabed with Pokemon. Now, it's interesting because this is a very obviously rainbow palette, but when I saw it, I kind of had the desire to pick it up. Now, I did not live in the US when Pokemon became really huge. I kind of moved to the US right after it became huge, and where I lived, we didn't do Pokemon, but my full name is Scheherazade, and I used to be called Charizard by a bunch of people who couldn't pronounce my name. So I kind of feel connected to Pokemon in some unusual way, which is part of the reason why I was like, I need to pick something up from this collection. One thing I realized is that ColourPop is somehow moving back in time. I don't know who's making decisions over at ColourPop, and they now have glitters in their palette. Again, I feel like we kind of went through the era of having glitters in palettes, pressed glitters. Then we were like, nobody wants to see glitters in palettes, let's remove them. And now we're going back. So in this whole collection, the things that have me looking are the bullet lipstick things, although I think they're also glosses. Yeah, those look really nice. And I think it's the first time ColourPop is having something that looks like that, although I think it's just shimmery lip glosses. And hey, I'm always in the market for something that emulsifies the lips. What is it called? They're calling it pH lip balms. So I'm guessing these are, when they say pH lip balms, I feel like they usually have some henna in it, so when you put it on your lips, it turns pink. Okay, cute. Nothing revolutionary. They existed when I was 5 in the Middle East. Would I pay $12 for them? No, but I might pick them up when they go on sale at ColourPop. As far as the other glosses and Super Shock shadows and cream blushes and everything else goes, I think I can pass. The lip mask looks cute, but I have enough lip masks. I also purchased quite a few from Trader Joe's, you all know. And yeah, on the palette, I'm like, no, nobody wants pressed glitters in their palettes, ColourPop. I don't know what's going on over there at your headquarters. Also, $159 for this. It seems too much. I feel like brands are trying to make money off of people who have some sort of a memory with, these IPs. I mean, I suppose it's a good business decision, but I'm not picking up. What's this? Covergirl doing lipsticks for $9 a piece. I mean, I would say $9 is a little too much, but hey, everybody's now charging way more than that. What's this? Vampire Cosmetics is doing a collab with AMC. Is this the movie theater? They're collabing with Interview with the Vampire, the movie from the 1990s, I think. I've actually never seen the movie. Okay, that palette looks like it has way too many blues and teals, and in fact it looks like it has too many dupes. This looks like a photo that's produced in Photoshop. I don't think this is the palette. We're probably going to see an actual picture of the palette, and I think this photo is probably not accurate. Otherwise, how is it possible that a palette has just way too many dupe shades? Doesn't matter. I'm not going to buy. At the moment, I don't have the budget to spend money on a brand new brand because I have a very, very tight budget for makeup. Well, tight budget for me. I'm sure for a lot of people it's like super lavish expenditure. Because of that, I have to be very judicious on what I pick up, and I can only spend money on makeup brands that are tried and tested by myself so that I know what I'm getting is something I'm going to at least moderately like. Spoiled Lip Cosmetics is releasing these. It says it's coming soon. These look like, well, duochromes or just shimmer shades, but they're kind of cute. I'm probably not picking anything up, but of course I need to see swatches. What's this? Another release from Vampire Cosmetics, but this is just a reveal. And this one is a collab with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Maybe this is one of those brands that only does collabs. And I told you guys, I'm kind of over all of these IP collabs. I feel like they're a little manipulative, right? They kind of make you want to buy something because you have a love for that collab, not for that IP, not because the collection is anything to die for. Now, it's a very smart business decision, but not very good for my budget. So I'm going to move on. There's also this one that I'm looking forward to the reveal from Lethal Cosmetics for the Avatar, The Last Airbender. What's this? Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about this last time. Star Wars in collab with McGrath Labs. $420 please for this. What is going on? What's going on over there at McGrath? Like, what are some of these brands smoking? It's either that these brands are smoking something or I'm completely out of touch with what people are willing to pay for. Do people actually pay $420 for this? It seems like Pretty's For Your Face has collabed on 2 shades with Catherine B. Beauty. I actually watched Catherine B. Beauty's channel. Many congrats to her. I didn't know she's collabing. These are the 2 shades and they are cute. If you're picking anything up, again, beauties, don't forget to use someone's code. Catherine herself might have a code if you want to pick these up. What is this? Menagerie Cosmetics is doing 4 new Moonlit Metal Toppers that release on the 9th at 1 p.m. CST. Anything liquid is not something I would pick up at the moment, but it's nice to look at swatches. So last week, beauties, I talked about Look Healthy Store and a few things that were coming to Look Healthy Store. And full disclosure that I just learned about this website. Has anybody shopped there before? And is it a legit website? I just want to make sure I'm not talking about a website that is kind of, not tested. I don't want anybody to go there and shop and then you know? So if you've tested them or if you know that they're legit, let the rest of us know in the comments below, because they do have a lot of Chinese brands and in general Asian brands that are kind of exciting. And there's also this palette that's now available, Sugar Rock Extravaganza. I think Sugar Rock is the name of the brand and the name of the palette is Polytaupe. I'm always excited to hear about new brands. Of course, not in the market to pick up new brands at the moment because the list of stuff I want to pick up from brands that already exist is long enough. I'm now using E07 to go into this one, Cupcake, and use this in my inner corner. Also, I'm going to do something I have not done as much on this channel. And I'm going to use this one, which is one of the neon eyeliners from LA Girl in my waterline. I'm going to do it off camera. Okay, friends, I completed the look offline and I'm going to do a reel of close-up of this look on Instagram if you want to see a more close-up. And I'm also going to put down below in the description box everything else that I did. There's a couple of things I still wanted to talk about. One of them is this one, Return to the Sea. Why do I feel like this palette already existed before from Clarity? And is it just me, or is Clarity just constantly sneak peeking things that we actually haven't seen released yet? Because I feel like almost every week I'm talking about something new from Clarity and not a lot of them have been released. Or I haven't seen anybody actually showcase them. Well, this is another sneak peek that they're going to be thinking about releasing, I suppose. This is part of their Mermaid Dream collection, and again, if you wanted to pick up, I don't think this is available at the moment, meaning it hasn't released yet, but if you want to pick it up, don't forget to use someone's code. I mean, it hasn't even really revealed. And then the last thing I want to talk about is this one. I think I saw Marta's Makeup already do a review of this. The palette looks really sleek and beautiful. And it's ironic that I'm saying this because it's very neutral, also very cool toned. And I think the reason I'm very drawn to it is because it's mostly mattes. And also because it's mostly cool tone matte browns, which is something I kept telling you all that I don't have. But I ended up actually picking up a few from Glamshop. So probably not in the market anymore for that color, but I think this palette looks gorgeous. I mean, it just has one shimmer, and I really like the matte formula from Glamshop, and Glamshop is also pretty reasonably priced. This palette, how many shades? It's like 15 shades for $30-something, and Glamshop frequently has sales, so I can guarantee you at some point you can get this in a sale. One thing Glamshop should really consider doing, Glamshop, if you're watching this, is to make these palettes magnetic. I would do a lot more shopping from your brand if your palettes were magnetic, meaning I could pull them out with a magnet and use them in other things, because I know Glamshop offers most of the shades that are in the palette also as singles. At least they used to do that, which is why I'm like, well, why don't you just offer it as a magnetic palette? It would just make it easier for people. Anyway, so the name of this palette is Grunge. Wait a minute. Wasn't there an issue with that name? Oh, well. What are you going to do now? Go sue somebody in Poland. Anyway, beauties, with that, we come to the end of this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this look. Also, let me know if you are looking forward to any of these releases or if there are other releases I did not talk about that you're waiting on. Let's try to talk each other out of buying more makeup that we don't need. I love you all. Have an amazing day and weekend. And until next time, bye.